If you were born as Superman, when you opened your eyes to the world, it wasn't truly your world. That capsule from beyond the stars carried more than just your infant body. It carried the weight of a legacy, the burden of a dying planet's last hope. You were Krypton's final child, but you didn't know that. Not yet. Your first breath on Earth was taken in the rural lands of Kansas. When they found you, you looked like an ordinary baby, but you weren't. Jonathan and Martha Kent took you in, loved you like their own. They named you Clark. They protected you with everything they had. But even they couldn't understand the endless depth that lived behind your eyes. As you grew up, you always felt different. While other kids scraped their knees, you didn't even bruise. When you punched, walls cracked. When you ran, the wind couldn't catch up. Sometimes sounds no one should hear, echoed in your ears from miles away. Strange visions flickered before your eyes. A mother's whisper, a lullaby in a language you didn't know. I don't belong here, you thought for the first time, and you felt truly alone. You had to hide. You buried your powers. You suppressed your emotions. Every time you had the chance to help someone, you hesitated, you held back. Because deep inside, a voice whispered, power must be handled with care. And you were powerful beyond imagining. But one day, you couldn't hold back. The fire had broken out. People were still trapped inside. The firefighters hadn't arrived. And you ran, straight into the flames. You walked through fire untouched. You brought them out, one by one. That day, everyone looked at you differently. And the masks you had carefully worn began to crumble. The world noticed you. They called you Superman. And for the first time, you were not known by a name, but by an idea. But this was a turning point. There was no going back. Living as a hero meant no longer living as a man. You were no longer just a young man heading to work in the morning. You were a legend cutting through the sky, a phantom tearing across continents at supersonic speed. When crime erupted, when storms shattered cities, when missiles launched, eyes turned to the sky. Because you were there. And when they saw you, they remembered what hope felt like. But not everyone loved you. To some, you were a threat. Some worshipped you as a god. Others condemned you as the devil. No one should hold this much power, they said. Who watches him? And you? You didn't respond. Because your fight wasn't with their fear. It was with yourself. You battled, every single day, with the questions inside. How far is too far? Can I protect without becoming a tyrant? Am I helping humanity or controlling it? And one day, you fell in love. She wasn't strong. She couldn't fly. Her eyes didn't shoot fire. Her body wasn't made of steel. But her heart, it was braver than yours. When she called you, Clark, you felt like a person, truly, for the first time. Not Superman, but a man. A human. But everything had a cost. Your enemies multiplied. Not just those who wanted to kill you, but those who turned humanity against you. They targeted the people you loved. And you couldn't always protect them. Some battles didn't erupt in the sky. They broke inside your soul. Every life you failed to save corroded you, a little more each time. But when morning came, you still put that red cape back on and rose into the sky. Because you knew the world had no hope but you. You had become a symbol, not of justice, but of sacrifice. People looked up to you, but no one could live like you. Because your life was surrender. No weddings danced in. No children grew by your side. No day could be spent just being yourself. Because even on your quietest days, something burned in space. Someone screamed for help, and you heard every cry. In time, People stopped trying to understand you. They simply trusted you. Because you defended not yourself, but a future that didn't belong to you. And one day, when your time finally ended, what you left behind wasn't just a memory. It was a legend. A will carved into the stars. A message passed through generations of humankind. Power is only just when held by those who don't desire to use it. You weren't born of Earth, but you chose to belong to it. And that choice, that was more heroic than anything else.